Hello guys, welcome back to another video of mine. This is your match review for Manchester United nil, Chelsea nil in the Premier League on Saturday. And that's all guys, thank you guys for watching. If you did enjoy it, I'm joking. I am going to discuss the game, but honestly, I could have ended it there because that was possibly the worst game of football that I've seen in a very long time. It was just shocking. It was a struggle not to try and fall asleep during that game. Let's just put it that way. Yeah, just very drab. And in my opinion, it was two teams that looked shit scared of each other, if I'm being honest. Two teams that were too afraid to make mistakes and just played it safe. That's how I saw it. I think Manchester United were probably the team that maybe somewhat looked like scoring, but again, they offered very little. They had maybe one or two decent chances, which Mendy, saved well. Other than that, it was just like that wall behind me there. I would have rather sat there and watched that paint dry for 90 minutes than watch the game that I did on Saturday. It was just terrible. And it's our second 0-0 draw in a row. Now, look, it's positive that we're keeping clean sheets, absolutely, but it seems to be at the expense of our attacking options. And I said it in the preview as well the other day that we can't find the balance. When we defend really well, we can't score. And then when we score loads of goals, like we did against Southampton, West Brom, we can't defend. And that's the problem. We need to find the balance between both. We need to find that middle ground where we can, be solid defensively and good going forward, because what we've seen the past, two games against Sevilla and Manchester United is good defensive performances and just absolute bereft of ideas. I don't know if bereftment's a word. I'm going with it. We were bereft of ideas. Let's go with that. In attack, and we just look scared. And I think that's what happens when you defend as bad as we have done for the past, year and a bit, where anytime a team looks like creating a chance or having a shot, they score. I think what Frank has done is that he's become petrified of conceding again, that he's just gone, okay, we're just going to put everyone behind the ball and, defend for 90 minutes. We can't do that. You're not going to progress by doing that. We need to find the balance, and, we need to do it in our next game. But yeah, no, getting into the starting 11 that played, I mean, it was a very defensive team. When I read the lineup, before kickoff, I was looking at it, and I think it was a 3-4-3 with Chilwell and Reece James as the wing backs, but it could have been a 5-3. It could have been a 5-3-2. So it was a negative lineup from the start. Playing with three centre backs. When you do that, it heavily implies that you're setting up to, like, in my opinion, we went there playing for a 0-0 draw. That's how I saw it. I think we had, in the entire 90 minutes, we had one shot on target. I mean, that's very poor for a team with the amount of attacking quality that we do have in that team. To have one shot on target in 90 minutes is, yeah, very poor. And I've actually heard a lot of comments over the last couple of days, like on social media and stuff, saying that, Timo Werner's struggling and Kai Havertz is struggling. I have no problem with the two of them, especially in our last two games because the games before that we were scoring goals, that they were getting involved. If you look at the game against Southampton, both of them scored. I think Kai Havertz and Timo Werner have been doing pretty well so far. Not brilliant, but decent. And people saying that they're struggling based on, 2 0-0 games where, they've had virtually no service. And Kai Havertz and Timo Werner do best when the midfield supplies them. I know Kai Havertz is a part of the midfield, but he's the most advanced midfielder. He's the number 10. He plays just behind Timo Werner. So those two practically play, side by side. Practically. And, when we've, been as deep as we have been and have been as defensive as we have been over the past two games, they're getting no service, so they can't perform miracles. Kai Havertz and Timo Werner can't, pop up on the edge of their own 18-yard box and get the ball and become Lionel Messi and dribble past everyone and score a goal. It's just not, it's not impossible, but it's pretty stupid to believe that would be the case. So, like, our attack has been very limited. The likes of Pulisic, as I mentioned, Havertz, Werner, Mount when he's played, Ziyech when he's come on. They haven't had the service. They haven't been given the ball. It's all been played in our own half. And what really annoys me, and we've been doing it for such a long time, is we seem to just be so content on playing the ball sideways and backwards with no penetration. It was the same against Sevilla. Well, it has been a problem, for a while, but particularly our last two games against Sevilla and against Manchester United. We just seem to, have no energy or no enthusiasm to actually attack the opposition, and are just happy to keep the ball and, be a possession-based team, which is, yeah, it's all well and good keeping the ball, but, if you don't do anything with it, it's completely pointless. So, yeah, it's just very frustrating. Now, I'm not angry about the result. I was a bit, disappointed by our, complete, lack of, effort to try and win the game. But, it's a point at Old Trafford isn't, the worst result in the world. And, I suppose the positives we can take from it is that we're defending a lot better, which is good, because that has been a real Achilles heel for us for so long. But what we need to do now, it's all well and good being great defensively, but we need to find that balance of being a good defensive side and being a good threat and scoring goals going forward, which I know we can do because we have the talent. We just need to find that, middle ground, and that's what Frank needs to do now, and it's what the players need to do. So we just have to wait and see. We have two good games coming up for us now, against Kuban Krasnodar in the Champions League on Wednesday, and then Burnley in the league on Saturday. So they're two games that we should be winning, and should be winning well. So we need to get the confidence back up, get the the attacking prowess back that we had seen at the start of the season, and we'll see where we can go from then. Sorry, before I go off for this video, I wanted to mention the penalty decision on Azpilicueta. Seriously, how on earth was that not a penalty? Someone please explain to me, one, why that wasn't even checked by VAR. But the Marcus Rashford one a couple of minutes later was reviewed, I think, about 6 times. And, the difference was night and day. Harry Maguire literally manhandled and had Azpilicueta in a headlock. He prevented him from jumping. That's why he won the header. Because he stopped Azpilicueta from jumping by having his arms literally around him like that. If that's not well, just forget having penalties in general, because it's just ridiculous. And then, as I mentioned, the Marcus Rashford one, which was never a penalty in a million years, was reviewed 6 times. Yet the Azpilicueta one wasn't even looked at by VAR. Why have the pitch side monitors if the referee's not going to use it? It's just so inconsistent, and I don't want to get into VAR now. I might do a separate video on it, but I just couldn't believe, I was baffled by the decision, and yeah, very, very disappointed. And any other day that's a penalty, but it is what it is. Nothing we can do now. So yeah, that's all for this video, guys. A short review. There wasn't really much to talk about in the game, that's why it's so short. But also, before I want to end off the video now, I wanted to talk about the channel a little bit. And for those of you who've watched me for a while, those of you who know me personally, know that this channel is football-based channel. As you know, all of my videos, well, not all of them, but like 95% of my videos are football based, Chelsea related. I do often branch off into kind of other football related topics. But what I wanted to do now, because obviously I want this channel to grow and I want to get as many subscribers and views and popularity on the channel as much as I can, I want to try and branch out a little bit and talk about general topics. So whether it's about the world we're living in now in terms of coronavirus, whether it's about the presidential election in America, and all those things, just general topics. And and if there's anything people would like me to talk about, if you know me personally, you can let me know. And if you're watching this video, you can let me know in the comments down below if there's anything that you would like to see. You know, I want to talk about mental health as well. There's just loads of stuff that I can branch out and talk about as well. So, you know, I just want this channel to grow as much as I can. And by doing that, you know, I want to try and, you know, as I said, broaden my horizon in terms of, you know, the content that I do upload on this channel. So in the future, very near future, so you know, whenever I have a bit of, if there's an international break or Chelsea aren't playing for a couple of days, I will be doing more general related videos, so do keep your eyes peeled for that, and I hope you do enjoy that. So anyway guys, that's all for this video. If you did enjoy it, please drop it a like and subscribe if you're new around here or enjoy the content, and I will have the preview for the Kuban Krasnodar game out on Wednesday morning. So I'll see you then guys, and take care.